What's going on, guys? Lone Driver Mike again, bringing you guys another video. Guys, what's up? So, guys, in this video, we're going to talk about accepting batch orders. So that's like, when Doordash sends you, 2 at a time, or Uber Eats, or Caviar, or Grubhub, or Postmates. So that's when the app sends you 2 at a time, and you're supposed to pick up, both orders, at the same time, and then drop them off according to what the app says. So we're going to talk about that in this video, and I'll let you know my opinion. You guys can make your own assumptions or whatever. I don't know everything, but, from my experience, that's, in my own opinion, that's all I can speak on. But when it comes down to these videos and what I say, guys, it's the truth. Like, it's the truth of what I say and how I feel about it. And a lot of people, you get a lot of these videos, YouTubers, that they just spill a lot of nonsense. They don't even know what they're talking about, or, they'll just do like a quick little 5-minute video and expect you to know what's going on. And it's like, you didn't explain nothing about this or that or anything. That's why my videos are like, a good 15 to sometimes 30 minutes long. Some people don't like that, but I frankly don't give a damn. Like, I don't give a shit. I appreciate those who appreciate me, and, what I bring. I bring value to the gig economy. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. But anyways, so batch orders. So it's when you accept 2 orders at the same time. So, to be real frank with you, like, it depends. Like, I would say on batch orders, especially with, like, I would say Postmates or Uber Eats, it seems like you get kind of ripped off. Or sometimes they'll even do that with Grubhub orders or Doordash orders. Like, they'll try to pay you for 2. They'll try to give you 2 orders at one time, and they'll try to pay a certain amount, but sometimes they'll actually reduce what they pay you on, say, the second delivery. It's like, oh, well, he's taking 2 at the same time, so, like, they'll do that with Uber Eats and even Postmates. Now, well, let me explain Postmates. So with Postmates, okay, if it's from the same restaurant, they actually do rip you off on the pay a little bit. Now, if it's a separate restaurant, they do pay like separate deliveries. But I still feel like they rip you off slightly. I feel like you get more money, you get more bang for your buck when you accept an order individually instead of accepting 2 at the same time. That's just my opinion. I mean, if the pay is right, then it's right. But sometimes, like, on a lot of these apps, like the delivery pay, they'll try to rip you off a little bit. And then, like with Grubhub and Uber Eats, they show you, or with Grubhub and Doordash, they show you the pay up front, so you know what you're getting into. So at that point, you can say, well, okay, it's worth it, $20 for 2, that's not too bad, it's $10 per order. But sometimes the miles, they're outrageous. Like, they want you to go to another city, and some people, they don't care about the miles, but I'm like, I can't go to like a whole nother city to drop off someone's food. Like, for one, it's most likely going to be late or cold, or at least lukewarm, and that's just like, I gotta pick up. See, and with batch orders, usually how it goes is you have to pick up both orders. So if they're from different restaurants, you go to this restaurant, then you gotta wait, then you gotta go to the other restaurant. It might be ready, it might not be ready. So not only is you're making 1 delivery late, you're actually making 2 deliveries late. And that's just gonna piss off the customer. So, it's up to you guys what you want to do. Just like Instacart, they do that too. They try to give you 2 orders at the same time. They'll try to batch them together, but you got to think about it. Instacart, you got to shop, not for 1 order, 2 orders. And how many items does each order have? Like, you got to think about it. Like, is it really, really worth it? Like, think about it for a minute. Stop before you accept the order so fast. Look at the distance. Look at how many miles. Look at the pay. I mean, honestly, take a look and take a gander and see, is this really worth my time and my gas or whatever? And then you got to think about it also, like, are they in the same general area? Now, with these apps, okay, I've ordered as a customer and stuff like that. These apps do not tell the customer we got 2 orders at the same time. Okay, so it is your job. I mean, you don't have to do that. You don't care about your tips or ratings or whatever, customer getting pissed off, then you don't have to tell them nothing. You could just make them second guess. I've had customers call me, text me, I arrive at the house, like, why were you going way over here? Why'd you go, the way I saw you on the map, blah, blah, blah. They started questioning me. This was this one lady, and it was a Grubhub. And I told her, I said, I had a batch order. It doesn't tell you on the app. She didn't know what the hell I was talking about. She's like, what is a batch order? What are you talking about? She started getting pissed. I'm like, ma'am, look, relax. I had 2 orders at the same time. Did the app not tell you that? She just gave me attitude. I'm like, all right, you don't understand what I'm saying. So I said, ma'am, I had another order to drop off before yours. She'd ordered that. The other order must have ordered before you did. She got an attitude. So, there are people that are understanding, and they'll say, okay, he had 2 orders. I understand how it goes. It was busy. But some people don't give a fuck. They're saying, dude, why did you accept 2 orders? Like, I'm waiting for my delivery. It's late, right? And so that's the thing. Like, whether the pay's good or not, it's totally up to you. Especially with Postmates. Like, I took 2 Postmates yesterday, and the first order was from Sushi Cafe, I believe. They're taking so long. And, I don't blame them. But see, at the same time, the way Postmates and Uber Eats works is that they actually give you the order when the order's supposed to be ready. Now, DoorDash and Grubhub, they don't do that. They'll send you the order usually when the restaurant gets the order, and usually when you get there, it might be ready, it might not be ready. That's the thing with DoorDash and Grubhub. You have to wait for the order. But, I would say about 50% of the time you'd have to wait for those type of orders. With Postmates, if you were to do Postmates or Uber Eats, I would say 80% or higher, the orders are ready to go. So that's the one good thing about Postmates and Uber Eats, is that the orders are ready to go. But in this particular situation, for some reason, the order wasn't ready. And I realized they had a lot of to-go orders, like people calling in. Oh, for Susan. Hi, Susan. How's it going? And I get it. I mean, I totally respect that. I totally, I'm cool with that. Good customer service, customers calling in. They must be a good restaurant. They must have good food, good prices, whatever. But at the same time, I was telling my other friend, through Facebook, I was telling her, I said, whether it's a call-in, whether you're a regular customer over the phone calling your order over the phone, or you're a customer that ordered off the app, say DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, or Postmates, whenever that call came in, whenever the order came in, say if Susan ordered at 5 o'clock, but then a Postmates came in and Bill ordered at 4:45, or let's say 4:55, they came in like kind of close to each other. The Postmate goes first, okay? These restaurants think that, since it's a delivery, we can kind of take our time and it's not a big deal. No, dude, if you look at the apps, they're telling these customers 20 to 40 minutes tops. So that leaves no room to wait. That leaves no room for you to do your other, do Susan's order because she's a longtime customer. Like, I kind of understand how they're doing it, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Like, every customer should be treated equally, whether they do a pickup or a delivery. With all due respect, if you're a restaurant owner or manager, you should not be favoring customers. That's not how it works. You know, if you get a delivery first and then Susan orders after that, well, you know what? Susan will just have to wait a few extra minutes because all she did is call over the phone and you can tell her, oh, shoot, we got like, 4 Postmates, or we have 2 Postmates and a Grubhub and a Doordash, first. So we have to tell Susan like maybe 30, 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Is Susan going to be pissed? No. I mean, if she wants to wait and she wants to pay, and okay, she's at the house. She called in, she's at her house. Oh, 40 minutes? Okay, thank you. See you in about 40 minutes. That's it. But you're going to tell Susan, 20 minutes. Oh, we'll delay these Postmates orders. Don't worry about it. The delivery customers are your customers as well. Why are you going to piss off, you're going to piss off the Postmate driver or the Doordash driver or the Uber Eats or the Grubhub driver. You're going to make him wait extra long. Customers calling us thinking we're doing something wrong when actually we're not. We just do our job. We show up to the restaurant. The order should be done, but it's not. And that's inexcusable, right? If they can't handle all these orders, they need to tell Susan, hey, you know what? I apologize. We're really slammed. Maybe an hour? We're very sorry, but, we're very busy tonight. You know what I'm saying? And when it slows down, you can tell Susan, you know what? Now we're not too busy. You want to order now? It's it'll be 30 minutes. So that's what I'm saying. So when you accept these batch orders, us as drivers, you gotta think about it, right? You're gonna piss these customers off. Not only that, is it fair to these customers? Yeah, we're money hungry. I get it. We got to get as many orders as possible. But is it really worth it for that extra little bit when you could pick up and drop off and get an order after you drop off the order? You don't have to accept 2 at the same time, right? So a lot of these times, like a lot of these orders, if you get there, it's not ready and you just went to your first stop, well, the other guy's food is still at the other restaurant. You have to pick up the other order too. That's how batch orders work. They want you to take 2 orders at the same time. Sometimes it's from the same restaurant. You might, okay, cool, it's just from the same restaurant, whatever, right? They might try to rip you off in the delivery pay though, because it's like, oh, well, it's the same restaurant, so we'll kind of reduce the fee a little bit. That's another thing. Like, do you want to lower your standards because, oh, I want to take 2 orders, but you're getting paid a little bit less. So that's up to you. If the pay's worth it, then whatever. You do what you want to do. But is it really worth it to make the customer wait and make it late? That's the thing. Like, let's say you go to the same restaurant, right? The order's ready, but the second order is not ready. I've had this happen so many different times. Like, well, we just got the second order, so that means, you got to wait. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, honestly, it's not worth it because I've had customers get pissed, confront me at the door, acting like I'm late, and why were you going to the north area when I'm in the south area? Some of these deliveries are not even along the way. They're like, oh, here you go. Here's like 2 orders, DoorDash, Grubhub, whoever, Postmates, Uber Eats, they'll give you 2 orders. Here you go. And sometimes they'll actually give you 2 orders, right? And the time on the other one has a different time. Like, that time was supposed to be delivered second, not first. Sometimes they'll give you a delivery and they say, oh, drop off Bill's order, when Susan actually ordered before Bill. That's the problem with these apps. They don't actually go in order of the time. And then not only that, what if Bill was first and he was further away from Susan? It's supposed to go this one and then that one, right? So that's the thing. These apps, and then like I said, these apps do not notify the customer. So if you do decide to do a batch order, you need to realize these customers don't know what the hell's going on, right? I don't believe in calling the customer up and bugging the hell out of them. I believe in an old-fashioned text message of saying, hey, you know what? This is Mike from Postmate. This is Mike from Uber Eats. This is Mike from Grubhub. This is Mike from Doordash. I'm just giving you a heads up. They gave me 2 orders at the same time. I'm waiting on the first order, or what have you. Just update the customer on what's going on, because last time yesterday I didn't really do that. I didn't think it was going to take too long. But usually I do. Usually I do let the customers know, like, hey, sorry for the delay. Postmates is giving me a lot of orders. They're giving me the batch orders. They're lining me up with orders back to back. So that's why I'm a little bit delayed and behind, right? So if you want to just let the customers know, like, hey, I have 2 orders. I'm just giving you a heads up. You're actually the second order, so I apologize. You know what I'm saying? Just update the customer. If you are going to accept batch orders, just update the customer at least, because these apps don't update the customer. They don't know you're taking 2 orders. It does not tell them on the app they're taking 2 orders. And then, like I said, you might have restaurant issues where the order's not ready. You still got to pick up the second order. That's what happened yesterday. The sushi order wasn't ready. Jack's Urban Eats is always ready, right? So, but I was waiting at the sushi order. Then they gave me the Jack's. I was tempted to decline it, but I'm like, okay, that's kind of a good order. So I accepted it. And then all of a sudden, the sushi order still wasn't ready. And I'm like, oh my. And so anytime you take a batch order, like I said, it's very important to get, to move, because time is money. And depending on what app you use, you might not get your tip. Like if you're doing Postmates or Uber Eats, you might not get your tip because you took too long. Grubhub and Doordash, you're going to get your tip regardless. But you can still get a bad rating. You could still have a customer call and report you. I had my friend David got reported the other day saying he never got his food, which was a lie. But maybe David was late. Maybe he was doing 2 orders at the same time. Maybe he was late. That's why the customer decided to lie and call Grubhub and say, I never got my order, right? So that's what I'm saying. You don't want to piss these customers off. They can literally lie, call it in, and it'll go against you, right? Some of these apps don't have ratings. Grubhub, they don't have a rating system. Neither does Postmates. They don't have a rating system. Uber Eats, they have a thumbs up, thumbs down. They have a rating system, but it's not that bad. It's very hard to be deactivated from Uber Eats for the rating because it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's all it is. So, but the customers can actually still call in and report you, right? So, I'm just saying, think about it for a minute. Is it really worth it to do 2 orders at the same time? Just, are the restaurants going to be done? Are you going to notify the customer, like, hey, I got 2 orders, just giving you a heads up? Because if you don't, they're going to be pissed. Unless they're not looking at their phone. Maybe they don't give a shit. Maybe they're in the bathroom. Maybe they're having sex. Maybe they're working on their yard outside. Maybe they're not even looking at their phone. Maybe it doesn't even matter, right? Who cares? But you know what? If you care about your tip, you care about your rating, you care about the customer, like you should. We should care about the customer to some degree, right? Like, plus you got to factor in, I got to take 2 orders. So it's going to take longer to drop both of them off, because you got to pick up both orders, then drop them both off. One of the orders might turn cold or lukewarm. Customers don't want lukewarm. They want piping hot food. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing you have to think about. Distance, time, customer getting mad, your tips might be affected, your ratings might be affected. And you might get someone so pissed off, they'll actually call up Grubhub or whoever, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates, and say, hey, you know what? This guy actually didn't even deliver my food. Whether it's true or not, they have the right to call in and say whatever. And they may call you and say, oh, this is a minor infraction. Because if you get a lot of reports from Grubhub or DoorDash or Uber Eats or Postmates saying that you're missing food, missing items, they can deactivate you. That is in our agreement, our independent contractor agreement that you sign. Even though it's 100 pages long, no one's going to read that. But that's what it says. Like, you can't, if you're missing items, if the customer reports you a lot, you can get deactivated for that. So, to be honest with you guys, I just don't think it's worth it. But if you are going to do batch orders, just keep that in mind. Time, distance, are the restaurants taking a long time? Are you updating your customer of what's going on, of the delay? Hey, I got 2 orders at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And, this is Mike from DoorDash. This is Mike from Grubhub, Uber Eats, Postmates. I got 2 orders at the same time. I'm just giving you a heads up. It's going to be slightly delayed. I'm sorry about that. just let them know what is going on. That's it. Because these customers are in the dark. They don't know what's going on. And these restaurants, they don't know that you have 2 orders at the same time, unless it's 2 orders from the same restaurant. But a lot of times it's from 2 different restaurants. You got to go to this restaurant, then you got to go to that restaurant, then you got to, whatever the app says I'll drop off to this customer first, and then drop off to that customer second. So you might have a delivery that's really late. So that's all I'm saying. Just keep in mind, bear in mind, all these different things you got to worry about. The restaurant, the customer, the time, the distance, your rating, your tip. So to be honest with you, it's just not even worth it. That's just my opinion. I mean, if you don't care about ratings, if you don't care about the customer, by all means, take 2 or 3 or 4 at the same time. But you're going to have a lot of pissed off customers when you could just say, you know what? No, I'm going to take one order. I'll decline the other one. And that's it. Once you drop off the order, you can finally accept another order. That's how I think it should go. I think accepting these batch orders, a lot of times they're going to be late. You're going to piss off the customer. It's going to affect your rating. It's going to affect your tip, time, distance. The restaurant's taking forever. It's just not worth it. To me, it's not worth it. So you guys make your own decision, your own judgment. But I'm just speaking from experience. It's not worth, these batch orders are not worth it. Cold food, pissed off customers, affecting your ratings, affecting your tips. Not only that, DoorDash has a thing called on-time rating. That will affect it as well. So if you're late a lot of times, you can be deactivated for that too. So it's just too many things to worry about. And, it can affect your account, and your ability to make money. If you get deactivated, you can't make money, right? So it's just not even worth it. But anyways, guys, sorry it's a long video, but I just wanted to let you guys know about these batch orders and what could go wrong and what you have to worry about. It's a lot to worry about. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Also, if you haven't done so already, please join my Facebook group. It's called The Gig Economy on Facebook. All right, guys. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good day. All right. See ya.